party at the Stapleton Airport. They had this hangar, and they were doing a rave off like the way far off where nothing was really happening at the
Right.
airport. I don't know how it even happened or how they even was able to do
Probably
that
like
shit.
yeah, in the '90s when shit was.
But
You
it
know
was
what I mean?
yeah, but it was a big ass rave, and then there was one room. There's like all these rooms happen in one big room, but off in this other room, there's more cats in there battling and shit. And I was like, oh wow, isn't this something? So I battle rapped the whole night, and then got drunk, and I don't know how I got home, but I got home. And then that was the beginning of it, right? Like then I got to school. You know, that was the same time that shit was happening with my brother who was in Prairie Middle School.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to school and I was battle rapping everybody. You know what I'm
During
saying?
lunch or what?
During lunch, in the middle of the hallway and passing. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't matter. On the bus was the main place. The bus we called the Terror Dome.
Was there anyone that gave you some good competition?
Nah,
Not at all.
not at that time. Not because there wasn't like those cats. They weren't really into it, and plus the cats in the roar at the time. Those are like Cherry Creek school kids. Their parents was rich and shit, so they wasn't really going through nothing. So they wasn't really hot. They didn't really have any passion for it. So they was just trying to play around.
Yeah, just goofing
But we
around.
called it the Terror Dome, where you got on our bus that went to Summer Song, and you would have to battle in the back, right? So if you want to battle rap us, you got to get on the bus. And so we would battle rap on the back of the bus, you know. And then like if you lose, you'd have to get off at the next stop.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So like if even if it wasn't just stop, you just gotta get off because you ain't with us.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't make it to the crib to drink and shit. So
And then what you were telling me is you just had so much, stuff, pent up inside you. That's when you kind of start writing because that was like your release, right?
yeah, that was after my brother.
Kind of talk about getting into writing and all that, and kind of, finding rap or hip hop as a release.
It just first it just started as journaling, right? Because there was this one nice lady who was a para, or just come to I think she was just a volunteer. I don't know, but I think she was trying to become a para or something. But she just told me one day, she's like, "You have a lot of anger," and I was like,
No shit.
"Okay." She's like, "You should start journaling," and I was like, "The fuck does that even mean?"
Right.
You know, she's like, "Just get a notebook and just write down your thoughts, your feelings, and this and that." And I was like, "This woman, okay, I'll go do that." Right, like clowning. And then one day I was just like, so much shit was happening, and I just felt so like lost at one point. I just
Right.
started writing, and that was the beginning of like just going into figuring shit out. But even when I started writing lyrics, I never wrote like gangster rap. I never wrote like the street shit that I was doing.
Right. Tell them
You know
why.
what I'm saying? Well, I didn't agree with it. I didn't agree with that shit. And I already saw where it took everybody that I cared about. So for me, it wasn't that. For me, it was like I have to like tell this story from a different angle, you know. And so like when you listen to if you listen to all the music, you know what I'm saying, from the time that me and Status got together, the other mixtapes I was doing before Status, because I was doing a lot of other shit prior to that, and then when you have that album, then Through My Eyes album, which was like a 17 song, and a lot of these, most of the shit I haven't even listened to. Like I just
You're not listening to your own shit, or
nah,
not
man,
really?
I haven't listened to anything really. Nah, because then after I was with Status and them, you know what I'm saying, we kind of distanced ourselves from each other mutually for a minute, and I did my thing, and then I was with U.S. Pipe for a minute, and still doing like all my original material, but just with a band.
Right.
And then I wrote some new stuff, and then we traveled and toured, and was able to open the door to rock with P Funk, and then some things happened with that wasn't too good, and the Cat Citrus was not doing well on dividing the money the right way, and I was like, yo, it's gotta stop. We were at a studio getting ready to like record the next stuff, and I'm like, when is everybody getting paid?
Was he part of the band, or?
Yeah, Citrus was the one that started US Pipe. It was called United. It was called United Sound Pipe and the Balls Johnson Dance Machine. Right, it's ridiculous ass name, and so I kept being like, "Yo, that stupid ass name," and he got it from the part of the movie in Friday where the dad's like, "US Pipe," where he's like, "Ball Johnson Dance Machine," right, swinging shit around, and he was like, "Yeah, that's funny." I was like, "That's great," but no, it's not great.
Right.
And so then I finally convinced him to condense it down to US Pipe, which just stood for United Sound Pipe, right? It was us making might be doing one of my original songs and then go do Super Stupid
Right.
by Eddie Hazel. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the kind of shit that we were doing, and that's what I wanted to do because, there's a kind of wall that hits when you do hip hop with just a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's really one dimensional, right? It's only as hot as the
Does
song.
Does it get boring?
It gets hella fucking boring, right? It gets hella boring when you're just up there with a DJ and four other cats, and you're doing the same shit, and then you switching songs. And one of the things I can say though, for me and Stat, what we figured out is that we were able to get all the shows because like my style of music would be kind of rolled towards Dead Prez kind of thing, and then like Nappy Roots kind of thing, and
And
then
there would
his
be
style
Tech
would roll
Nine, Immortal
towards
Technique.
yeah, his style would roll towards like Ill Bill, Necro, and then you have
Combining
Hux who
two,
was
yeah.
on there, and then KO came and joined the team a little bit later down the line, and so we were able to so let's say it was like a Immortal Technique kind of show, it'd be more me and like a little bit of everybody, but it'd be more that heavy. But if it was like Ill Bill or like Necro, it would be more heavy towards Status and Hooks and Manic and Rotten at the time. So we'd be able to like do that. I throw in a couple of my tracks here and there, but we would be able to deliver to the audience. If we switched over when we did with Tech Nine, it was more heavy on my shit because I was like fast rapping and
Yeah.
delivering like that. So we figured out a formula, and that's why we were opening for every fucking artist that showed up. And then we were demanding money. We was like, now if we sell these tickets, right? We want this money, right? If we bring these tickets, so what I used to do was I'd go try to sell these tickets, and people were like, well, I'm not gonna be able to make the show. Would you sponsor a ticket?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I'll sponsor a ticket. So I would take these tickets that they sponsored, and I go hand them to people. Just around, I'm like, hey man, there's a show tonight. Come over, check it out. Show, free ticket. A show, free ticket. So we'd have the crowd show up, and then that's how we won a lot of our fan base, was just people who didn't even know who we really were. But then we passing these tickets out that we had other people buy, so that we had the heads in there. So then Cervantes was like, damn, they always getting people. Yeah, we getting people.
No, yeah, they're getting people there.
Right, and so that was what's up, and so that was what we would do. And that's why we did that shit. And so, but after a while, it got boring. And not just boring, but life started happening for me again. A lot of crazy shit started going down. My brother had passed away, had got murdered, and a lot of shit went down. And so I was just like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like that happened, and then cousin got shot, and it was just terrible shit. So that's when I got with US Pipe, and then I was like, I need to do something else, and I knew that was my ticket to travel. It was my ticket to start touring and like go somewhere and do.
Were you going all over with them, or?
Yeah, we were going everywhere. We were touring all over the place, and that was what was dope. And then that's why I was so upset when he decided that he didn't want to pay us right.
He's trying to get that I just had the fucking word on my mind. He's trying to charge you that entrance fee.
Well, he didn't. He didn't have to, right? Like we was popping, we was making shit happen. We was getting a lot of notoriety. We got the cover of the Westward, and then the opening spread of the Westward. Like we had you open it up, and it was just us. Like Colorado Music Buzz is just us. You know what I'm saying? They're writing about us in the Denver Post, and KTCL was playing us, man. Al from KTCL always has been playing my music. Like he's always done it. Like he's been one of the number one cats that was always like playing it. You know what I'm saying? And so then when that happened, Citrus dismantled the band and didn't tell anybody, and we found out the next day through like Facebook or some shit. I don't know.
That's that bullshit.
But I was like, whatever. So I talked to the band and I said, hey man, let's take a little bit of time off and then let's try to regroup. And then we decided who we were going to keep in and who we were not going to let in. And so I kept Chris Murphy, the drummer, like really good friend. Kept Kurt Rosenbecker, the bass player. Then we had Mikey Chiesa and Jimmy Chiesa, the trumpet player and sax player. He's the one who Mike and them do Analog Sun.
Okay.
They have that group called Analog Sun, but we had them, and then we just sat back, and then I came up with the name Rebel Tongue. Rebel Tongue was basically, just to spit against everything that everybody thinks is right, that's wrong. We're just rebels in that shit, so that's what it was about.
Hell yeah. Hey, when it comes to a band, it seems like the actual band always tries to get the majority of the money. Kind of like when we talk to Future jazz and which is the break mechanics, kind of the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? You got an MC. Because I get it, everyone does their part, but really, I mean, in my mind, the MC is the one really controlling it. You know
Yeah, I mean, but you know, and not only that, we figured out a way to make sure that it was fair. Like I was, you know, me and Murphy were straight, transparent about the money. You know what I'm saying? And it was fair down the line. And but I was writing everything. Not only was I writing the lyrics,
Yeah.
but I was writing all the songs and then handing them out. And then Mikey Cheese would take and transpose them. Right? He would take and then he would put them into to where it needs to be note wise and writing it out. But like I'd go home and write this, you know, on the keyboard and put it together and be like, what do you think about that? Then after a while, once we did that, we started collabing, right? And we started being like, you know, let's do this, or here's this foundation of it. What do you think? And then Kurt was put his little stank on it with the bass, and so we went at it like that. You know what I'm saying? And
How many members were there?
It was one, Kurt, me, Murphy. So at first it was like 6.
So my thing is splitting the money fucking 6 ways is already rough.
Yeah, but
you're not getting paid $1,000 a
yeah,
night.
but everybody still had some you know jobs and shit. So, but you know we started making money, then we started selling albums, and we was doing shows, and then we picked up momentum again with this band. And at that time, I had been through so much that I never dealt with from all the way from the beginning of everything that I was like, you know, the whole concept of us moving any further, I was like, I gotta stop.
Did you need a break?
I needed to leave. I needed to get away from that environment because I couldn't stop doing cocaine.
That's what I was gonna say. Was it? Were you getting caught up in the drugs and alcohol?
I was stuck. I was trapped in cocaine and drinking, like bad.
I mean, that's,
you know what I'm saying?
You smoke cigarettes too?
And at the time, I was smoking cigarettes.
Those are the 3 right there,
so,
right?
Like, yeah. So I had to stop. You know what I'm saying? And I was afraid that I lost control.